all my crafters and craftettes, how are you? Let's get something done different today. I am so excited to show you what I did. I am going to show you something so beautiful. Are you ready for this? Are you? Look at this. Look at that. Resin, made with resin. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? Okay. And then I did it in white. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Look, that is made with alcohol ink and resin, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I did this and what I used to make this and how you can do the same thing, okay? So listen, I'm gonna scoot on over, get in this nest with me, and let's pour this resin and squirt that ink, okay? Come on. Well, okay, here we go. I've got 4 of my coasters before me. They are the larger size and they're called the Diamond Edge. I've mixed up some resin and it's about ready. And I have some alcohol ink I'm going to be using, I was telling you about. These are the colors, pink, and I have some gold, and I have some steel gray, silver, and those were the pearl ones. And I have the other liquid alcohol ink that's purple, green, black, and orange. So, this is something that I haven't done, so we're going to do this together. Now, any mistakes that are made, it's going to be not my fault, it's going to be our fault, okay? I got my mask ready because we are going to be using the resin. I had it on earlier, but I took it off because I had to mix something else up. But anyway, I'm putting my mask back on and I am ready to pour some of the resin inside of the molds, but I'm not going to fill it up. I'm only going to fill it about halfway because I want to do something else on the back side of it. So yeah, my resin is ready, and I'm just going to pour it in now. But I want to make sure that it's not bubbly. I see one big bubble in there. I can get that out by taking that stirrer out and putting it aside out of the way. Make sure that you don't have anything inside of your molds before you pour. I see that there's some specks of some type of glitter in it that I didn't get out before. But if you use tape and just dab on it, it'll pick it right up. And then you can, you can begin your pouring. I like using the tape instead of wiping it because sometimes you wipe other stuff inside your mold. So here we're just going to pour until we get maybe almost halfway filled with the resin. And again, this is the Diamond Edge molds. They have a really finished roundness to them. It's really nice, like beveled. If you know what beveled glass look like, a beveled mirror, well, the edges of these molds are something like that. Now making sure that the resin has made its way underneath the hood of the mold. It has like an overhead on it. So I just want to make sure that's done. So here I'm going to have those 4 bottles that I want to use on 2 and the other 4 on the other 2. So I'm going to uncap them all to have them all ready so that I can just start dripping the ink into the resin. Wait till you see it. It is so pretty. You got to make sure you shake it up real good too. Now, before I started this video, I had put holes in the tops of the bottles to make sure that the opening was good so that I could get drops out. So yeah, you got to make sure you shake it up real good because a lot of the alcohol ink settles to the bottom and you really got to shake it up. So here I'm going to start my first color. I'm going to drop, and it's not really dropping the way I want it to drip. It's sort of like clogging up on me, and now I got to take the push pin and I got to open it up some more, which is so frustrating because you already did that before you start, and now you're ready to put it in your resin and you got to stop and open up the holes. As you can see, I'm having trouble with my pinholes. Ugh. Yeah, so, and when you put the ink into your resin, you can see how it sort of spreads and find its way. It starts doing crazy things, but it makes a beautiful pattern. And look at this. I am squirting ink all over the place because it's not coming out of the bottle the way I want it to. It's just coming out on the side, and it just made a mess just now. So we'll try some purple on top of that. Purple was really pretty. I like that. And I'm going to keep shaking because it just settles. Here we go. Got to open that hole again, but just remember, this is my first time doing the alcohol, and we are doing this together. I really didn't like that green when I was putting it on. I'm like, oh, this green is horrible looking. So I figured maybe I'll put some pink or something on there, and that'll brighten it up after I open the hole again. Look at that. Look how it's finding its way. It's just a mess. I got it all on my hands, but that's okay because I got gloves on. You want to always protect your hands also when you're working with the inks. You don't want it to get on your skin. Yeah, let's open that hole up again, right? I just don't understand it, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take scissors and cut all the way almost down to the bottom of the top of that tip. I'm just going to cut it down some more where I know it'll drip out the next time I get ready to do something like this. So yeah, look, can you see how the ink is finding its way? Look at that. It's just moving. So right now, I think I'm going to take a stick and try to do some type of little design, but I don't want to really do too much to mix it up because I don't want to lose a pattern. So I'll just do a couple of swirls in it. This one, it looks like it has a whole lot of white in it, and I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I don't want to put any more ink in it. So I'll just leave that alone, and I'm not going to touch the other two because I really like the way they look. And if you notice, I didn't put it all the way on the edges of the coaster. Basically, things were dripped like center because it does spread, and you'll see why I didn't want it to go to the edges when we come back after this has cured for about maybe 3.5 hours. I don't want it to get real hard. I want it to just sit for about 3.5 hours. It'll firm up. It'll get nice and firm so that I will be able to do what I want to do with it. And I'm not sure about spritzing it with the alcohol to pop bubbles. I can't see any bubbles, but I did try to just squirt it a little bit on it to see what would happen. Nothing happened. I just saw it, that's all. Okay, so it's been 3.5 hours, and look at this. Isn't that pretty? I love the way that looks. It found its pattern, and this one is not so bad either that I swirled. I kind of like that too. It looks almost like a bunch of flowers, but not as much as the one next to it. So I mixed up some black resin, and actually I mixed up some resin and I put some black mica powder in it. And I'm going to pour the black on two of them, but I need some more mica powder in the black because it was sort of transparent and I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to put a little bit more in there. And we're going to stir that up real good. Make sure you stir it up really, really good too, because if you don't, you'll see little specks of it in your project when it cures, and you don't want to see that in there. Even if it's going to be on the back of it, when you flip it over, you don't want to see those little specks. So make sure you mix it up really, really good. And then the white, that is a pearl white. I really like the way that looks. It has a little swirl pearl look to it, like a mother of pearl look. Yeah. So this black is called onyx. It's like darker than the regular black. And then the white is called white pearl. Okay. And I got both of those from Amazon. They're called Astrian. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice, it's not as transparent. And now we're going to pour this on the back. Give it a little help to the edges. I did not make enough. I did not make enough. I made equal parts, so my white is not going to be enough either. So what I'm going to do is mix up some more and finish filling it up so that it can begin its process of curing. But you make sure you just scrape all of it out and make sure it has been, pushed to the edges to make sure it gets underneath. But you don't want to dig in it too much because you just don't want to, disturb your other project underneath. So now they're all done. I've all mixed it up and I've filled it up. I've mixed enough up so that it can begin the curing process. Okay. All right, look at this. Look at that. This is the white. I've already demolded them, and look at that. Look at the beautiful pattern it made. This one's the black. I love that. It looks like it's been splashed inside of it. So what I did was, to even make it even more beautiful, I took a marker, a silver marker for this one, and went around the edges. Can you see that? And then on the black one, I used the gold marker to go around the edges. These really look vintage. They look like vintage coasters. So what I'm going to do is show you how I did the edges so that you can see how easy it is. So I got some of that marker on the white, but look at what I did. I got alcohol, spritzed it on a paper towel, and it came right off. You can use a paper towel or you can use a baby wipe. Either one is easier. So you have to shake up your marker real good, and then just find the edge, and you want to just go around really, really slow because you don't want to get it on any other part but the edge. And you can see how beautiful it's turning out as I'm turning it in my hand. Yeah, and if you miss any spots, you can just go back to highlight and make it a little bolder if you want. And that's what I'm doing here. The lines were thin, so I wanted to make it a little bit more bolder around so that you can really see it like the other one. There. So look at that. See how easy that was? Look at how beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love that. I love that pattern. Wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but hey, look, it was my first time and I really like it. Can't wait to do this again with some other vibrant colors too. I'll do something different. And you can see I got some of the marker on my hand, and look at that alcohol. I love alcohol. It gets it right off. Right off, see? I just don't like wearing gloves when I'm doing that. Look at that ring and that bangle that I did. Did I show you guys that? Yeah, I did in another video. I love doing those too. We're going to do some of those also in another tutorial. So right now I'm just going to speed this up so that we can be finished with the the edges. So I'm putting silver on the white because silver really popped it nice. There we are. Beautiful. Let me know how you like this. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for comments. Thank you for liking. But most of all, please subscribe and help my channel out. Let me know how you like this video. Let me know some things that you would like to see done. And let's chat. So there we are. These would be beautiful. Here's my cube. It's almost half full. I put extra resin that I have left over in to fill it up. I can't wait to show it to you when it's done. These will look nice with nail polish on them, a bottle of perfume. But hey, I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and I hope you had fun watching this.